Welcome in, folks. Div 1 NSIHL action here as the Great Guys and Langley Blazers are in action tonight. The first of 3 matchups. These two teams met in the 2023 finals. Great Guys roster including Kent Johnson and Connor Bedard. While neither of them in the lineup tonight, Great Guys still possess a strong first overall in Div 1 with these Blazers, who of course have the Villio brothers. And if you're unfamiliar with them, you must be living under a rock, because they have been a force in this league since making the jump over from Lang. My name's Grady Sass. We're brought to you tonight by Coast to Coast Hockey Shop and Breakout Athletic Gameware. No score so far, just a couple minutes into the first period here. In goal tonight for the Blazers is Zach Babin facing off against Nick Main for the Great Guys. And there's a shot in by Elijah Villio that's put aside. Riley Carrier over back to Cade Villio. Sends it back as Elijah regroups at center ice. And he runs into a teammate here, and the Great Guys able to break it out. Little regroup there by Ty Balchin. Casey Chin takes it now. Sends it back to Balchin, who skates through center. Weaving it. Side or tipped in front. And the regroup it out. Elijah Villio takes it through center. Villio, nice move in front, and a save by Nick Main as he was able to get a glove on that. Villio walking down Main Street, and he tips it in, and he's in on again. Sharp angle, goes around the net, centers in front, and it's batted away by Chin. The Blazers get it back, but a save by Main. And the Blazers will regroup back out at center as Cade Villio gets it in. Holds up, turns back, and we'll try it again. And here's Matt Garb, who played for the Purple Cobra the last few years, but has joined his fellow Langley brethren on the Blazers. One of the most talented roller teams you will... Oh, and there's a shot by Cade Villio, and as we were talking about them, you see that quick release by Villio there. And with the first 5 shots of the game, make it 6, the Blazers have a 1-0 lead. Shots 6-1 for the Blazers early as they take a 1-0 lead. And as we mentioned before, both of these teams sit in the top of the Div 1 standings, both 2-1 on the year. This Great Guys roster has seen some turnover the last few years. No Kyle Johnson tonight, who's at the World Championships watching his brother Kent play for Team Canada. As Elijah Villio walks in and rips one off the bar and out. Maine may have got a piece of that. And the face-off will come back out at center ice. Elan Barlow-Wines wins the draw. As the Great Guys get it back. Ben Ruthven behind his own net. Sends it over to Quinn Abbott. Great Guys playing tight in front of their net. Trent Villio takes it into the Great Guys zone, leaves it back for brother Cade. And Cade will send it back over to Carrier at the point now with it. Blazers setting up in the Great Guys zone. Trent Villio with it. Takes it wide, far side. Sends a rim around, and that's to nobody, as we'll go all the way back down to the other end for Zach Babin. And here is Cade Villio taking it down the side, sends it in front, and that just skipped over the stick of Daniel Brotherwood. As the great guys come back the other way, and Babin's able to poke one away. Captain Elijah Villio with it, weaving through center. Villio poked away by Quinn Abbott, as the Blazers will regroup. And you'll get used to hearing that phrase a lot tonight, folks, as they don't mind taking it back, getting that right opportunity, but it's the great guys coming back the other way. It's Quinn Abbott moving through the middle. Pass it over to Jackson Ruthven. And he'll move it back as Abbott takes it into his own zone. Quinn Abbott reverses, sends a pass up for Jackson Ruthven. Jackson Ruthven trying to go 1-on-2. He'll hold it back and corral it. And here's Quinn Abbott with it now. Leaves the zone, but is back in, and will send a shot, and it's tipped off the post. And Babin will cover that up, as that came close to going in. Bit of a harmless looking shot, but with traffic, almost found its way into the back of the net. But the Blazers still holding in a 1-0 lead. Almost halfway into the first period here. Quinn Abbott wins the draw. Back to Casey Chin. And he'll send it over to Lucas Bill. He'll play it safe and move it back to Ty Blatchin. Pressured by Cade Villio. Blatchin able to pull away, but reverses back. Apologies, that's Shane Purves. As we sort out who is exactly playing here tonight. Div 1 action coming to you from Karen Magnuson Arena as Matt Garb takes a shot in. Handled easily. Great guys win the draw, but Blazers able to come back with it as Trent Villio takes it. And Villio gets it back now. He'll have a chance to walk in. Villio behind the net, looking for options, sends it back to Elijah at the point, and he'll bring it out to center. As Anderson moves in, back over to Villio. Cade Villio sends it to his brother. The Blazers pass it back and forth in the great guy zone, and a shot and a goal as Riley Anderson shoots one in from the point and finds its way in, extending the Blazers lead to 2-0 here. Blazers able to get control off the draw. It's Trent Villio over to Riley Anderson, the goal scorer. Anderson coming in again and sends it back, but that's taken away. Now here's Cade Villio with it. Excuse me, Trent Villio. Trent walking in, tries a shot, but that's blocked. And the great guys will break it out. Shane Purves walking in, the leading goal scorer of the Div 1. But that puck is turned over, and here come the Blazers, a 2-on-1. Quinn Abbott, the only one back. Here's Cade Villio, a shot, and that goes wide. Casey Chin able to pick it up. Excuse me, that's Lucas Bill with it. And here's Shane Purves. Paves, oh, nice move. But he's unable to keep it as the Blazers move back the other way. Riley Anderson over to Cade Villio. In too deep, but he turns around, sends it back to the point for Matt Garb. Over to Elijah Villio. They'll crisscross and move sides. The Blazers break it out. Nice moves by Elijah Villio. He'll wait for some support. Send it back. And here's Matt Garb walking in. Garb rips a shot wide. Villio, sorry. Yeah. Too many Villios. But damn, are they good at hockey. Some say they were bred to play this game. And there's a shot by Elijah that's swallowed up. We're an assistant captain for the Langley Blazers. Shout out to our 9 viewers for checking in tonight's action while watching on our YouTube channel. Yeah, of course. As the great guys take it out to center. But they will regroup as Quinn Abbott turns back. And he'll take it in. Quinn tries to send one down low, but that's turned over. Now Abbott with it. Abbott over to Barlowise as the great guys get it behind the net, but that puck is turned over and the Blazers will get it back now as Villio comes to center. Tries to force it, but that is turned over. The great guys have it in. As the centering passes in front and that goes wide, but we have a penalty coming up here to the Blazers. And it looks like it's going to be Elijah Villio. For a high stick. So the great guys will go to the power play. Excuse me, Trent Villio. Great guys able to come up with it off the draw and get set up as Casey Chin takes it back at the point. Works it down low to Quinn Abbott. And a shot by the great guys is saved away by Zach Babin. As Quinn Abbott tries to get it behind the net but loses it. And Villio tried to clear it off the glass and out, but the great guys are able to get it back. Puck battle along the boards ensues, but the Blazers are able to dump it out. 1:15 to go in the power play for the great guys, down 2-0 here in the first period of tonight's Div 1 action here at Karen Magnuson Arena as Quinn Abbott is able to take it in. Plays it over to Jackson Ruffin, takes a shot and a save by Zach Babin. Flash in the leather. Looking like a young Stuart Skinner imploding tonight, folks. As the Edmonton Oilers nursing a 3-1 lead, blew it, ended up losing 6-3 to the Dallas Stars in Game 1 of the NHL's Western Conference Final. As the great guys come in, and that's Barlowise with a shot, blockered aside by Babin. Quinn Abbott takes it out at center. 38 seconds to go in the power play for the great guys. Barlowise walks in, sends it over to Abbott. Abbott takes a shot, and that's swallowed up by Babin. And we'll get here a whistle. Shots 8-8, now even. In a battle for first place here at KMA in Div 1. Casey Chin has the puck now. Cameron Chin. Close. Cameron Chin gets it at the point. Over to Lucas Bill, back to Chin. Shot goes wide at the side of the net. And Matt Garb's able to come up with it as the Blazers will have odd man rush here. Short-handed. 2-on-1 Anderson over to Garb over to Anderson, and Garb's able to tap home the rebound. Penalty just expired, so it's not a shorthanded goal. Excuse me, that was the Villios, that wasn't Garb. Blazers up 3-0 here with just over 5 minutes left in the first. As there's Matt Garb behind the net. Sorry, Matt Garb out there. Nope, Matt Garb's on the bench. They look the same. Villios, Garb, it's the long black hair. As Lucas Bill comes in now, takes a shot, that's put aside by Babin. Cameron Chin back for the great guys here. Lucas Bill gets it. Nice move at center, but he's met by Trent Villio. As the great guys come in, the Blazers are able to come up with it now. 3-on-1. Looks like a 3-on-2. Trent Villio in front. Backhander put aside by Maine, and he'll cover up the rebound. Face off in the great guy zone. Great guys will break it out behind their own net. It's Quinn Abbott again. Moving through center. Abbott, walk in, shot, and a goal. Quinn Abbott ripped it far side, beating Zach Babin to get the great guys on the board, making it 3-1 for the Blazers. A new addition to the great guys roster this year is Quinn Abbott. As they retweak their lineup, no Bedard, no Johnson, no Crystal from years past, but still a formidable group. As Blatchin walks in, and that's put aside by Babin. The great guys will take it out and regroup. Shane Purves, rolling puck, trying to shake free of Trent Villio behind the net, and he'll break it down. Purves, the leading scorer of Div 1. Oh, pass in front, and that was Lucas Bill who put it wide. As Quinn Abbott will take it back, regroup in his own zone. Moves it to center, weaving through center. Quinn Abbott drops it over for Purves. Purves, shot, and then it hits the post and out. Lucas Bill will get it back. As the great guys regroup it with numbers. Quinn Abbott weaving his way through center. Throws on the brakes and turns it back. Sends it down low. And that shot centered in front. Save made by Babin. And the face-off will stay in the Blazers zone. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first period. Blazers leading the great guys by a score of 3-1. Great guys have now overtaken them in shots in favor 12-10. As the Blazers will get the puck back in their own zone. And that's Garb ahead. Cade Villio drops it for brother Trent. Tries to send it in front, and the Blazers will take it back as Matt Garb comes up with it. Little give and go action with Elijah Villio, but he tries to hold it, and the great guys will break it out. That's Jackson Ruthven, but the great guys aren't able to capitalize, and it goes the other way. Here's Cade Villio trying to get a step. Cade Villio taking it in front of the net, and Puck moved off his stick as a battle ensues now for it. And Quinn Abbott's able to turn it back. Abbott. Here's Jackson Ruffin with a shot. And Zach Babin is able to hold that one. 1:29 to play here in the first period. The first of 3 games tonight here at Karen Magnuson Arena. The Grizzlies and the Foxes coming up next, with the Holes and Cobras rounding it out at 10 p.m. as Trent Villio comes in now. Villio pressured by the Great Guys, he'll send it back. And here's Elijah Villio now with it. Elijah Villio making some moves, takes a shot in, that's saved by Maine. And with just over 50 seconds to go, Lucas Bill will move it through center. Great Guys come in, try to set it in front. That's just wide. Great Guys trying to get another one here before the period ends. And here's a turnover. Elin Barlow-Wise walking in. Rebound, oh, and we get a whistle because the original shot. Yeah, our fearless leader, Jordy Sullivan, pointing out that shouldn't actually be a whistle in this division. Normally, if the puck hits the goalie's mask, refs will blow it down. But that doesn't apply here for the top division, folks. As we'll get a face-off with 28 seconds left here in the first. Cameron Chin sends it down low. Here's Quinn Abbott with the shot now. And that's put aside by Babin. Standing tall here. 14 saves on 15 shots in the first period. And here's a turnover here. Barlow-Wise puts a shot, and that's stirred aside. Blazers able to get it back. And that'll do it all for the first period. Langley Blazers leading the Great Guys by a score of 3-1. You're watching Division I action live from Karen Magnuson Arena here in Lynn Valley, North Vancouver, BC. As we'll take a 2-minute break here, intermission. Div 1 action here at Karen Magnuson, brought to you by Coast to Coast Hockey Shop. For all your roller needs, wheels, blades, sticks, accessories, go visit Jordy and Sean on Kingsway in Burnaby. Coast to Coast Hockey, for all your roller needs. Want to say hello to all of our viewers watching on YouTube tonight. RW Hockey in the chat. All the friends, families, partners, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles watching. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Beautiful night in North Vancouver. Cotton blowing in the air, the sun shining. Must be roller hockey season, folks. Referees tonight are Ryan Wells and Jake Townsend. As we get set here for puck drop in the second period, and the Blazers will come to center, but that's quickly turned over by Cameron Chin. As Chin will walk in. Excuse me, that's Lucas Bill. Trying to get the puck, but he loses it. And the Blazers will start from their own end. Trent Villio. Over to brother Cade. Cade Villio takes a shot, and that's hit Brotherwood in front. And the Blazers bring it back now. Little regroup action. As Captain Trent Villio's up with it now. Brother Cade changing. Elijah Villio. Over to Trent, and he'll weave his way into the zone. Sends a cross-ice feed over to Carrier, and he'll send it back to Cade Villio. Or Elijah Villio, excuse me, walking in, takes a shot, and that goes wide. Blazers able to get possession back. As Riley Carrier sends it back. Villio's breaking it out, but he's met with pressure by Ben Ruthven, the forechecker. Cade Villio comes in on the entry. Here's Cade Villio with the shot, and that's blocked. Blazers take it back. Matt Garb misses it. The Great Guys will get it back in their own zone. Lucas Bill throws on the brakes. Sends it over for Quinn Abbott. Excuse me, Ben Ruthven. There's Quinn Abbott. At center ice. Abbott coming in. Through the slot. Shot, save, Babin. The Blazers will get it back. Elijah Villio. Over for Matt Garb. Back to Villio. Elijah Villio. Shot. And a save by Maine. Blazers able to get it back, but now at the point, here's Trent Villio. Sends it over for Elijah Villio, and he'll take it back to center. Over to his brother. Elijah. Back for Trent. Sends it across, shot wide by Riley Anderson. Puck battle along the boards. As a Great Guys take it back. Here's Elon Barlow-Wise. Sends a shot high, and that's just over the head of Zach Babin. Great Guys taking it back in their own zone. Lucas Bill over to Barlow-Wise. Barlow-Wise pressured by Villio. Great Guys able to get it back. Here's Barlow-Wise coming in. Has a step. Barlow-Wise takes it wide. And he is knocked off the puck. And the Blazers able to get it back as Matt Garb sends it over to Elijah Villio. Over to Anderson. Back to Garb. Prime shooting location. Shot blocked. But the Blazers get it back. And here's Matt Garb. Send it up to Cade Villio. Cade Villio walking in. Sends it across. Shot and a goal by Elijah Villio. As the Villios connect with some pretty passing, push their lead back to 3 goals. And they don't need much time and space, folks. They'll get the shot off quick. You see that years of chemistry at work there. Like we mentioned, both of these teams sitting 2-1 on the season as Cade Villio walks in. Cade Villio over, and another goal as that is scored by Riley Carrier. And just like that, the Blazers have moved their lead to 5-1. Quick passing work, quick shot, back of the net. But the Elon Barlow-Wise comes in, takes a shot, saved by Zach Babin as we get a whistle. Face off to the left of Babin. To our right. Cade Villio with the puck along the boards now. Takes it behind his own net. Met with pressure, but is able to hold on. Sends it up to brother Trent. Trent Villio banks it back. Here's Carrier with it, coming through center. Sends it down low. That's Brotherwood with it now. Moving the puck, but he'll send it back down the ice. Elijah Villio regroups, skating backwards behind his own net. Sends it up. Carrier. Back to Trent Villio. Around the boards. Great guy's able to come up with it as they'll take it to center now. Elon Barlowise. Barlowise leaves it for Jackson Ruthven, and he loses control. But Cameron Chin gets a shot off, showing off the hand-eye there. But Zach Babin standing tall, able to make the save. Barlowise with it now, the Blazer zone. Fighting along the boards, and the great guys will get it back to center ice. Quinn Abbott sends it over to Cameron Chin. Here come the great guys. Quinn Abbott sends it over to Chin. Shot on goal, and that hit the post. Cameron Chin now over to Quinn Abbott. Abbott holds on to it, tries to send it in front, and the great guys will turn it over as the puck bounces out now. Cade Villio able to come up with it. Over to Riley Anderson. Back down to Elijah Villio. But here come the great guys, potential 2-on-1. But that'll be turned back over, and the Blazers will go the other way. Riley Anderson tries to toe drag his way into the zone. He'll be denied, and here's Quinn Abbott moving through center. Nice move, Abbott around Garb. Abbott cuts into the slot, looking for help, regroups, still with it now. Quinn Abbott sends it down low to Lucas Bill, centered in front, but nobody there. And Matt Garb, or Trent Villio now with it. Sorry, Cade Villio up to Matt Garb. And that'll be turned over as Lucas Bill comes with it now. Moves around Anderson. Bill walking in, tries to backhand his way through, centers in front, and nobody there as Elon Barlowise was trying to tap it in. Elijah Villio now with it, behind his own zone. Villio across to Carrier. And did that go in? Yes, it did. As the Blazers were able to bank it off the side of Nick Main's pad to go in, making it 6-1 here for the Langley Blazers. As we get a second look at that. Main leaning off the side of the post. There's a great guys coming in, but not much of a scoring opportunity there. As the Blazers now out in front 6-1. Shots are 19-17 for the Blazers. Just over 10 minutes to go in this one. As Cade Villio has it now in his own zone. Sends it up to Trent Villio. He'll take it back. Cade Villio. Back to Trent. Villio down in front, and another one as Daniel Brotherwood was able to tap it home. As the Blazers flex their muscles and pour it on. Puck battle along the boards. Lucas Bill comes up with it. Over to Ben Ruthven. Here's Quinn Abbott. Tries to cut through the middle. Abbott dishes, but that's intercepted by Trent Villio, as the Blazers will take it behind their own net. But the Great Guys are able to come up with it. Here's Quinn Abbott. Sends it back, and he gets the puck back, but he'll send it off. A shot there by Ty Balchin. And here's Balchin. Balchin still with it along the side. Sends it across. Lucas Bill gets the puck back. Quinn Abbott works his way into the zone. Great Guys will regroup here at center as Balchin gets it. One-on-one against Carrier, sends it across. Lucas Bill comes up with it. Pressure by Elijah Villio. Over to Quinn Abbott, but that's turned over. Here's Daniel Brotherwood looking for his second goal of the game, but he'll send it down behind the net. Villio comes up with it. Trent Villio in front. Elijah Villio scores. And that's Daniel Brotherwood striking again, making it 8-1 here for the Blazers. Stop there by Nick Main. Great Guys take it in their own zone. And here's poked ahead. Great Guys coming in now. And the Blazers will come back to center. Here's Elijah Villio with it. Tries to send a backhand, and that goes wide. Cameron Chin gets it in his own zone. Oh, that's turned over. And the Blazers will take it back. I think they just want to run out the clock at this point, up 8-1 here with just over 7 minutes to go as Cade Villio takes it center ice over to Matt Garb. Here's Carrier with it down low. Sends it in front to Cade Villio, and he rips that one home as he snapped that one past Maine. And we've reached the point where the clock will run 8-goal difference as the Blazers put a stranglehold on this one. Matt Garb cuts through the middle. Garb takes a shot and a kick save by Maine. Cade Villio gets it back to Elijah Villio. Sends it in for Matt Garb. Here's Garb coming in. Garb takes a shot high and off the net. And we will get a face-off. 6:45 to play. Blazers come up with it off the draw. As Brotherwood takes a shot, and that's gloved aside by Nick Main. Face off. Blazers able to get it back. And they'll send it back to Zach Babin. He'll sauce one up, but that's turned over. Lucas Bill comes up with it. Bill with speed coming in, and shot turned aside by Babin as Villio trying to spot Garb, but that's just out of reach. Garb tries to bank it off his backhand in front, but nobody there. As Elon Barlow-Wise comes in, but that's turned over by Villio. And here comes Garb. Garb coming in. Had a lane, but just out of sight. As the Great Guys will regroup here. Elon Barlow-Wise, nice move in his zone. Barlow-Wise comes in, takes a shot, and that just bounces wide. Behind the net, centered out in front. Great guys take it back in their own zone here. But coming the other way is Elijah Villio, and that puck will be turned over. Quinn Abbott comes in. Excuse me. Shane Purves. Cameron Chin with it. Quinn Abbott in his own zone. Sends it over to Chin. Zach Babin plays it up now for Trent Villio. Villio over to Riley Anderson. Anderson sends it across. And a nice save by Nick Main. Sliding across with his right pad. Elijah Villio with it at center. Here's Trent Villio. He'll regroup and send it back. Trent Villio spots Brotherwood. Turns it over here, but the Blazers still able to come up with it. Trent Villio loses the puck. Shane Purves tries to cut into the middle, but that's taken away as the Villio's able to get it back. Quinn Abbott trying to hold control, but Trent Villio will take it away as he walks in. Villio takes it wide, down low, centering pass, and Carrier tried to slip it over for Brotherwood. Blazers get it back. And now we have a break. Shane Purves in on Babin, and he scores. Roofs it glove side to give the Great Guys their second goal of the night. But ultimately, it won't mean much here in garbage time, other than the clock will no longer run. Blazers leading the Great Guys 9-2. Just under 3 minutes to go. First of 3 games tonight here at Karen Magnuson. As the Blazers are in again, and a bouncing puck almost swatted in by Matt Garb. But the Great Guys will break it out. And here's Quinn Abbott moving into the middle of the ice for Purves. Shane Purves with it. Fends off Garb. Purves walking in, rips a shot, and that's blocked. And the Blazers will break it out now as Cade Villio brings it through the middle, drops it to brother Elijah. Oh, and we have a collision in front. The puck sent back into the Blazers zone, and Zach Babin will play it to Cade Villio. Over to Riley Anderson. Dumps the puck in. Cameron Chin back to retrieve it. 2 minutes to go. Blazers leading the Great Guys 9-2 here. Div 1 action. Trent Villio turns it over. And here's another breakaway as Shane Purves moves it in and scores. Roofed it up high, similar to his last goal. Now it's 9-3 for the Blazers with 1:36 to play. Quinn Abbott starts in his own zone, moves it up to Ben Ruthven. He cuts in and lost control of the puck. The Blazers able to get it back. And here's Matt Garb, stretch pass. Or excuse me, that was Elijah Villio to Garb, and here's Elijah Villio, and he gets it in back and makes it 10-3 for the Blazers. They just make it look too easy at times, these Langley Blazers. As the great guys come in here, and here's Barlowise with the puck along the boards. Takes it back to the point. Sends it in for Curves. And he'll cut through the middle and regroup. Shane Curves tries to force it, but he'll turn that puck over to Cade Villio. And Matt Garb comes up with it. Up to Daniel Brotherhood, but he quite couldn't make there. As the great guys get it back now. Centering pass, shot, and a goal by Elon Barlowise. One-timer beating Zach Babin, making it a 10-4 game with 28 seconds remaining. As here come the great guys in, dumping the puck down low. Villio behind his net, sends it up. Here's Brotherwood, 2-on-1 with Trent Villio. Trent Villio sends it across, and that's a nice defensive play there by Cameron Chin. As this one winds down. And that'll be all. The Langley Blazers take first place in Division I for the time being with the 10-4 win over the great guys. Villio's putting on a display, as they normally do here at Karen Magnuson, making the trek down the highway, putting up a 10 spot to conclude this one.